feel like life. The type of girl I wanna call my wife. I said it once and now I say it twice. You say you know but then you pull the knife. I don't know why I'm feeling stuck on you. Wish I could've moved on like you always do. On top we live so fast. If I ever crash, would you save me? Hit me like this, like that. I don't want nobody else. Hit me like this, like that. I don't want nobody. When it feels so good, it always hurts. I don't understand. Hit me like this, like that. I don't want nobody else. Just like a shot in the face. Run around looking for a bottle of my place. You promised me this shit would never happen again. Might as well call it the end. Always talking shit like I am bastard. Smoking loud, looking for her body in the ashes. Wake up in the morning and pretend it never happened. Looking for lifetime shit, we're never lasting. When you hit me like this, like that. I don't want nobody else. Hit me like this, like that. I don't want nobody. When it feels so good, it always hurts. I don't understand. Hit me like this, like that. I don't want nobody else. Every second I go without you is hollow. My mind is where your heart is, so it can't be followed. And you know that I'll be gone, but you don't care, it's all in my head. Every memory fades again. When you hit me like this, like that. I don't want nobody else. Hit me like this, like that. I don't want nobody. When it feels so good, it always hurts. I don't understand. Hit me like this, like that. I don't want nobody When it feels so good, it always hurts. I don't understand. Hit me like this.
I don't want nobody.
Everything I'm making on fire, talking combustion. Shorty looking fine and she telling me to combustin', yeah. I'ma get the bag, no discussion. Hitting on it harder than clippers on the percussion, yeah. Nah, you don't know nothing. Look into my eyes, never read it when I'm bluffing. All the people stare when I pull up to the function. Disgusting, yeah. But where did the time go? I read with my eyes closed, but what do I know, yeah. Feels like you're always taunting, filled with lies you're haunting. Nothing that I want to have. Take me far away. I never wanna give you everything. I wanna have that feeling I can't explain. I'm done playing games, I changed my way. You got me feeling la 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 la. Oh, na 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 na. Oh, la 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 la. I'm done playing games, I changed my way. Hit it 2 times and I walk away. Too much Ozempic and a thinner brain. I don't ever got anything nice to say. I don't ever got the time to play. Yeah, filled with disdain. Can I hold it in or refrain? Think I'm stuck in my wicked ways. Could you stay away, see who plays? Take me far away. I never wanna give you everything. I wanna have that feeling I can't explain. I'm done playing games, I changed my way. You got me feeling la 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 la. Oh, na 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 na. Oh, la 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 la. I'm done playing games, I changed my ways. La da da da, la da da da, la da da da. But where did the time go? I read with my eyes closed, but what do
Boom.
I know, yeah.
Off.
Feels like you're
Okay.
always taunting,
I'm
filled
off my
with
chair.
lies
Hold
you're
on. I need to sit in this to execute some style. And then I'll move PhD. Hold on. hair is so uncomfortable. It's not even uncomfortable. There we go. Nice. Better way. There we go. It's not even uncomfortable, it's just, it's uncomfortable because of my desk. But it's fine, because it'll be gone. Oh, man. I'm so tired. I got like 6 hours of sleep the last 3 nights, so that's great. That's ideal. I just need to double check something here. Okay, no, because my roommate's playing music, so I'm just trying to see if my mic is picking it up, and it does not look like it is. Looks like I'm a bit too high up though, so my webcam is struggling to see me. But I think we're fine now. Yeah, it seems to be tracking fine. Okay. Do 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 do. Wait, just in case. Oh yeah, we're good. Okay. I was like, just in case I have anything important under. I'm not positive if I'm gonna do Band today, because it is still kind of awkward to play games and speak because of how my boom arm is. But I'll see. If not, then on Friday I have to play like 4 Band. Which, quits horny VTuber life after this, what? Wait. What is this?
When doing the whole Ubu thing, I did not want anyone to be like, how do I put this?
Know who she is.
Weird. I used to be a facecam streamer before, so I knew how weird Twitch chat can be, you know?
Once you publish fiction, you don't have control over how other people interpret it. That's fair.
Yeah, it was during my very, 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 very first Avatar. So I used to be a facecam streamer. I know how weird Twitch chat can be, especially to a minor. So
You were streaming as a minor? Ooh.
when sounding like...
To be fair, I think most people who are in content creation now started when they were like 13.
a literal minor, I was like, even though I'm not a minor anymore.
Yeah, but you're German, so it's weird. Okay. Let's be honest, Germans are just fucked. I am not racist. It's not racist if you hate everyone equally. Anyway. So, hold on. Alright. I have 3. I'm only gonna watch 3. So I have to get rid of one of these. Okay, yeah, I'll get rid of the FNAF 4 one. I'll save that for another day. I'll just do that later. So we have anti-piracy, we have Tectone. Actually, I'll do Tectone first. I am a bit of a Tectone simp. This video could be on like 4 different things. I actually have no idea what it's on. So this will be interesting. And then we have this one, which I saw come up my recommended, and I was like, hey, I know some, or I like some game glitches. And in the anti-piracy one, because I think anti-piracy screens are really funny. A lot of them are fake, but they're still interesting. Like the whole, oh, you pirated this game, so we're gonna hunt you down. Do they even do those anymore? Like anti-piracy screens? I think they do. Bald man is angry again, so let's see what he's disgusted by.
Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Angry Loud Bald
Okay,
Guy.
so double check it
White
wasn't too
guy. Oh god, white in 2025.
And
Holy
bald.
shit. Welcome back to another episode of White Loud.
White
Angry
and bald,
Guy
holy.
yells at the internet. In case anybody's
And
wondering, how am I
male.
doing? Honestly, I'm doing pretty good. I'm like, what?
Where's your tattoo? Show
I'm
me.
I'm like past like the
I think you were
the
getting more of it.
strings. How do I say this without spoiling anything? I'm at the point in Silk Song where there's a bunch of bugs attached to a bunch of strings. That's where I'm at.
I know
Just
where
beat
that
that
is.
boss.
I don't even like.
Great game.
I don't like Hollow Knight. So I'm not playing Silksong, but I'm happy to everyone who enjoys it, because that thing was in development for a very long time from what I remember.
I'm having a blast. I broke my bench PR. Don't want to reveal how much, but anyways, I've been on break for maybe about
2
8
weeks.
days now, 9 days
Nope,
now.
never mind. Holy.
For me, it feels like an eternity. I fucking miss content creation
Well,
so
yeah, you've
much.
been doing it for
Anybody
7
who's following
years.
my Twitter sees that. I've been a fucking menace on Twitter today, man. I'm not gonna lie, but
I've seen some tweets.
yeah, unfortunately, all of that happy-go-lucky stuff aside, and fun stuff aside, there's been, I mean, if you're living under a rock, or if you only look at mainstream media news on the fucking TV,
Okay, I might know what this is about.
you're not seeing any of this shit. But if you're on Twitter, you're seeing this. Guys,
The stabbing?
a
I
horrible,
think it was a stabbing.
horrible thing happened on
On a
Twitter.
train?
Well, not Twitter, in real life. But in case you don't know, I'm about to tell you what happened. And there was a woman by the name of Irna.
Yeah, it is about this. Okay. I was like, it could be about this. It could be about people trying to cancel Corona. It could be about that one delusional VTuber who thinks 45% of the community is trans. Or it could be about Asmongold's dad, which the title wouldn't really make sense, but I was like, Hassan probably like tried to make fun of him or something.
Zaruski.
So I was like, I could see that being part of it. Okay.
Hopefully I'm saying that right. I'm probably not. This woman, 23-year-old woman from Ukraine, escaped her war-torn country with the Putin war going on. And
Yeah, I only found out like last night she got stabbed. I thought she just got like slapped at the side of the head.
Ukraine.
Because I didn't know much about it.
Is riding
Because if I
public
see anything on
transit,
Twitter, I just
and
immediately
a
assume
man
it's
by the
fucking
name of
stupid.
Carlos Brown
Which is a fair bet
stabs
most of the
her
time.
3 times, repeatedly, a little bit underneath the neck. She bleeds out in fear, completely horrified, and she slowly dies on the ground, and no one really got up to help her whatsoever, and this woman is dead
I
now.
think there was one guy
Now,
who
the
like
reason
kind of
why
helped
this
her.
is so insane, one, some of the factors that people were talking about is this was a black man who killed a white woman. And this is very
I think that is the main thing from what I saw people were talking about. They're turning it into a race thing.
important to talk about. This is very important. But don't make it about race. Don't make it about race. Well, unfortunately, I'm not the one making it about race. After DeCarlos Brown killed this woman, he was muttering to himself repeatedly, "I got that white girl. I got that white girl." Not good. This is about the 3rd white woman that has died by a black man
Third?
in about 72 hours, alone, slaughtered, which is really worrying. A lot of the internet.
Bro,
I'm
I
gonna
need,
give
I
my
need to
full-
watch more news, but also it's like, where do you even look at news? You can't look at Twitter because Twitter's fucking stupid. You can't look at mainstream because mainstream is stupid. You can't look at the websites because you get 7,000 ads. So it's like, where do you go? Now that Asmongold isn't streaming, I don't know where to get my info from.
opinion on
He
what
did
this
all the work for me.
means. Sorry if I seem all over the place. I rarely ever get truly bothered by things that I see on the internet, but this was a special case.
There's been
I
a lot of
rarely ever
retardation
post about
over the
things like
last 4
this,
days.
but I might start
5
doing
days.
this more often because I'm seeing a lot of content creators.
Not
afraid
saying
to
this is
talk about
retarded or anything, I'm just saying in general, like, there's a lot of shit. So I imagine he has a lot going on.
this unless they're already in this field of space. This is one of the most disgusting things I've ever seen because the entire system of America is completely broken. You may not be from America, you may not care. So if you're from Europe or some other country,
Bro, we're like, I'll give it, depends on the severity, 1 or 2, that's how severe it is. I'm going to guess probably 1 big, like, murder, or it doesn't have to necessarily be a murder, but something away from an actual fucking, like, race war.
feel free to laugh at Americans. DeCarlos Brown was a
Oh, bro,
man-
we get the same thing here in Europe. We're just not, our police just don't report it. I don't know how it is in other European countries, but if you're in Ireland, and you commit a crime and you're not Caucasian, basically, the police aren't allowed to report your race on the actual report, because it's apparently a safety thing. So it's like, if we say that, just say hypothetically, an Indian man did it, that would cause more hate towards Indians, so we're not going to report that. I know Ukrainians were under that protection as well. I don't know if they still are. But like if it was English, Irish, Polish, most Europeans actually, and obviously the States, they would report in full and they'd give it to the public. But if you're or it'd be accessible to the public. But if you aren't one of them, they won't. Nah, that shit didn't happen, bro.
who was a repeat offender. He was released Not once, not twice, not 3
I
times.
think I
not 4
saw
times. No, no, no.
12.
We're already past Super Saiyan 4. Goku would shudder in fear. We are already past the 7th stage of Ultra Instinct. This man was released 16 times.
Sorry, not 12.
A repeat offender 16 times. Man, are you telling me that someone can commit a crime sometimes
Needs to lean
even
my
the
head
same
back so I
one,
might pick up some
a
of that. It
multitude
seems so
of
loud.
times, and be released over and over and over and over again? And the more I look into it, the angrier I get. Allegedly, the court judge was also black, who let this man let go. Apparently, she was paid off to do so.
What, he had the same court judge all 16 times? Or is in like the most recent case?
And this man walked
Surely
free.
he wouldn't. No, you wouldn't have the same judge 16 fucking times, right? So I think he's just talking about the most recent time.
And killed an innocent woman.
I would
Now, I
assume.
want you to imagine this. And there's a lot of mirrors to George Floyd. The George Floyd thing happened several years ago.
Yeah, there's a lot
which
to that.
sparked the, whole Black Lives Matter movement.
Riots.
This is a very similar but
Calling it a
different
movement is
scenario.
debatable.
Because George Floyd had a criminal history. He was on many different types of narcotics.
Drugs when he
lots
was. Yeah, there's a lot to it.
of fentanyl in his system. He even held a pregnant woman at
I
gunpoint.
looked at the autopsy, like the one they published, and I was like, I know the conclusion they came to was, I think it was the cop calls it, but I was like, I feel like it's a bit of both. If you're on that much drugs, or that many drugs, and for that long, I feel like he probably only had like a year in him left anyway. Like, he accelerated the shit out of that. Now, should the cop have put a knee on his neck? Probably not, no. I know, what's Charlie Kirk says it's an official police technique. I don't think it is. I know they do like knee on chest. I know they do that. I don't think they ever do knee on throat though, because it, like, the throat is quite delicate.
Point. Very different scenario between George Floyd and Irina Zerusky. Due to the fact that this woman wasn't guilty of any of these previous charges.
She was
had
just
no
on
criminal
a
past.
train,
The only thing she was guilty
bus,
of
whatever it was. I think it was
getting on
train.
public transit. She got on public transit. She even had a Black Lives Matter flag
Poster in her
in
room.
her room.
Yeah, we saw it.
She even had the I Can't Breathe in reference, paying homage to George Floyd. And she was murdered in cold blood. She wore a fully concealed outfit. She was not dressed
Immodestly,
any type
we'll
of
say.
sexual way. She was not mumbling any type of racist rhetoric.
She was just chilling.
a normal girl. And I'm trying not to get too upset about this. And this is why I'll never do good in the political scenes, because I have too much empathy. I have too much empathy for the people who I care about.
I'm not saying he's lying, but I just can't take that word seriously anymore. When people talk about empathy, thanks fucking iDubbbz, and who was the other one that was notorious for saying they were an empath? There was some other big content creator that was like, I'm an empath, so basically I'm absolved of all wrongdoing. It's just like, it's like society. That word has just been completely ruined.
And seeing this girl who was fully dressed, fully covered up. And this was a beautiful, beautiful girl from Ukraine, gorgeous, wearing a hat to cover her hair, looking down to make sure she doesn't attract any attention. Long sleeve shirt, long pants, and she was just on her way back from her job.
How was my
I believe
mic
she
still
worked at a
picking this up?
pizzeria.
What the fuck?
Browsing her phone, long day, browsing the TikTok, not making eye contact with anybody, just
Oh, bro.
sitting down, minding her own business, and this fucking monster, this
I think
fucking
we're good
animal
now.
sits
But now
there
it can barely pick me
mumbling
up.
to himself on the window, pulls out his knife, looks at it longingly, gets up, and executes this woman with no remorse. And the only reason why this woman was killed,
It was long as well, wasn't it? Like, it wasn't even... Because I've only seen, like, 20-second clips or whatever. But from what I heard, it was... Like, it was a long, slow death. Which I think makes it, like a lot worse. Because at least if she died instantly, it's like you have, I guess, that not nice thought, but it's at least like, okay, she didn't suffer. No, she fucking went through it. I think this is completely fucking unhinged, but what we should do, apparently the guy was given the death sentence. No, that's not what they should do. They should get him, slash his Achilles tendons, make him crawl across the entirety of the United States with feds watching him. It would be a complete waste of taxpayer money, but like, it would be great. Great content. He has to crawl across the entirety of the United States. And if he does, he gets free. But the cops, they're not going to give him food, they're not going to give him water. So basically, he has a week to crawl across the entire state, or the entire country. He still dies, but he gets a nice long death like he deserves.
Because she was white. And I think it's awful.
I'm a bit of an Old Testament kind of guy. Not fully. You know, if you steal something, maybe we shouldn't take your whole hand, maybe just like a finger. Because if we take a finger, we could put you in prison, you can still work. But if we take your whole hand, it's like, you know, there's some logistics issues there.
I think it's ridiculous that so many content creators are afraid to talk about this. I've lost a lot of friends for saying that I'm proud to be white. I've lost a lot of friends for saying I think America's honestly doing pretty decent. I've lost a
You are, by the way, America is doing pretty fucking well, especially in comparison to the rest of the world. Now everyone I ever speak to is like, no, they're not. Source. Well, the economy is bad. No, it's not. It's just untrue. It's like, okay, next. Well, what about murders? Murders happen everywhere. Next.
a lot of friends for merely saying it is okay to be white. And I think it is absolutely fucking ridiculous how much our society wants to impose this white guilt on us, and how we have to feel
this
bad
video I'm not
for
posting
every other
'cause the
race,
audio
and
is
we have to be
really
told our
fucky.
entire lives
So
that we have it all, we get it all for free, our lives are easy, our lives are a fucking joke.
oh yeah,
I want to make this very clear. Do I hate black people? No.
No.
Fuck no. Check my Twitter, check my live streams. I'm not gonna lie. 70% of my friends are black. I don't have that one black friend. Like, all of my friends are black. Like, legit.
Bro, I don't
Zenith,
even have a
Physics,
black
Harold,
friend.
just to name a few.
I have like
Right.
three
I love
like
black people.
friends, and they're
They're
all
great.
white.
But the problem is, for some reason, whenever there's a white on black crime...
No, he's not Indian. He's Arabic.
Oh my god! Holy fuck! Let's make every white person on earth feel horrible about this and call for the death of all white people. Black on white crime.
Didn't happen, bro.
So anyways, guys, I guess let's just talk about something else. I think there's this whole narrative going on social media that I've talked about for a very long time, which is white people bad. You hear that all the fucking time. White guilt. You guys,
I've clipped it. I've clipped him saying this. Not this one in particular, but I don't remember where. I think the clip is on my other account. I'm not bothered to sign in on it. But it's just a clip of Tectone saying white people bad. They're the reason for all of the problems.
white people get guilted the most for slavery when there
Every
is still slaves
race in the world
today.
has slaves.
We've abolished
Has
slavery
had slaves.
160, 180 fucking years ago, right? You know who abolished slavery? White people abolished slavery. We are the ones who fought.
I wonder
for
what
the
his neighbors
abolishment of
think.
Slavery, yet white people are the ones who are guilty.
Like, do you think they just walk out of their house? I'm assuming, like, where he lives, I'm assuming most people have, like, a patio door or some shit. Do you think they just walk out in their patio and it's like, yes, Tectone, yes? They just sit there listening.
And I'm just growing very tired of the white guilt.
It's cringe.
I am. I'm exhausted of it. I'm tired of feeling bad for something that I never did. I'm tired of feeling bad for a recollection of history that isn't being recited properly to the youth. And I think that's fucking insane. By the way, I don't know if anybody can relate to this. When I was taught history, and this is why my history, in case you haven't noticed, I'm retarded
Yes, Tectone, we remember.
when it comes to history. I
Yes.
thought World War II was in the fucking 1800s.
Yeah.
Okay, the schooling system was
World
a
War II was before World War One, by the way.
joke. And by the way,
It's the same in Europe. by the way.
Up until 6th grade, I was a straight A student. And then through 8th grade, I was a C student. And then from 9th through 12th, I cheated through school. But regardless,
Oh, same, brother. From like 4th year on, I just cheated everything.
by the time you're in the 8th grade, you'd expect to be taught when the fucking World War II was properly. But when I was raised as a kid,
Yeah, I would say that is a
I
pretty
was
big
told
event.
that America
Pretty
and
important.
white people were the only people to have slaves.
Yeah, that's the same thing that's taught here. Only white people had slaves. No one else did.
And I find it insane how the more I look into history, the more I look into politics, the more I realize
Everyone
how
did
much
it.
a lie everything is. I think it's absolutely insane. I just hear everything that's going on, where George Floyd died, and we've been hearing about this for year after year after year. And I just believe that this Irina death will be nothing more than a fad. Everyone will want to move past about her and forget about her when she died doing absolutely nothing wrong.
No, they
because
no, they
on
will
the
want to move
internet-
past her, because if they don't move past her, they admit that that bad things are happening to white people. That black on white crime is a thing, because for whatever reason, most lefties like to pretend it just doesn't exist. It's only white on black, not even black on black. A lot of them really struggle with that concept as well for whatever reason. So yeah, no, they're going to do their best to ignore her, essentially. Which I hope she doesn't turn into the rights version of George Floyd, where it's like that one gotcha you use anytime race is involved. Because I feel like that's just demeaning. But I feel like she might. I did see that actually don't know who organized it, or is organizing it, I should say, that they want to paint murals of her all over the States. I think that's cool. That's good. Apparently Elon is putting, is it $1 million towards it, which is like, you know, basically 10 cents for you or I, but
You
Hey.
really can't complain about shit if you're white. I'm just being completely honest. It's a little bit crazy. I mean, I'm in a space
you know
where
that.
it is majorly dominated by Chinese, Asian people in the gotcha space, when I was a part of the gotcha space. And people say white people can't experience racism. That's crazy, because I started off my career...
Which that in of
organizing-
itself is racist, by the way. You're white, we can't be racist towards you. Oh! So you're discriminating against a group of people? Because of the color of their skin? Huh. Interesting.
community devs
I think we have a word for that.
telling the fan base to not watch me because I was white and to support Chinese people instead. I was raised in a lower class family my entire life. I was handed nothing in this world. I got one job at Steak and Shake because I got Diamond in League of Legends and I put that on my resume.
The worst part is I can't even tell if that's a joke or not. Yeah, I was raised. I would say for my pre-teenage it was lower middle class, and now it's like middle class. I wasn't handed much other than just a bunch of fucking mental health issues. Thanks, parents. You're great. Because it was two fucking retards who got together who never should have gotten together. And they're both equally as mentally ill as each other. They just don't want to admit it.
And I was homeless for a good chunk of my life. And I just find it ridiculous what's going on in the world right now. And it makes me very disappointed. I'm very disgusted.
Bro,
And
please.
I
get,
just
like,
feel...
a roller and
I'm
roll the
sorry,
dog
this
hair
is all
off your
over the
vest.
place. I don't
I
really
beg you.
ever plan to make a video like this, but I've been bothered about this shit for like 3 days. I mean, okay, despite everything, I'm doing quite well right now, but You know, obviously, I see this woman and I realize this could be someone I cared about. I don't really know Irna as a person, but knowing
Well,
that
obviously
she
you
was
don't know her as a
just
person.
an innocent
Yeah.
woman that was stabbed made me think about how many other innocent women are being stabbed for
That
no
doesn't get recorded.
other reason than the color of their skin. And I find that fucking outrageous. This isn't a video, because there's a lot of people jumping on the bandwagon to hate on black people. This isn't one of those videos. This is a video saying that our system of America is broken.
The system of the world, not just America.
When a dog bites someone multiple times, you euthanize them. If someone commits multiple crimes, if they're a repeat offender, execute them.
Hell yeah, brother.
Straight up. I mean, I will be
They see the
real.
comments.
I have a sister who is a repeat offender.
Serve the war.
I'm not really going to go into it too much. I have not talked to her since I was like 7th, 8th grade. And when I saw her, she robbed me. She took my money and she robbed me. I have no love in my heart at all for her. I mean, to be honest, I don't really have
Ooh, I can already
much
feel the
love
replies on this
for
one.
any member of my family these days. It's a shame. Maybe my brother. But other than that, I'm not really close with anyone like I once was. Obviously, I find more shit things about my family every day, and I'm just trying to do my best and move forward from that. But I don't believe that I should be held responsible for what my family members do, nor have I brought any family member on my stream once I have found out any of the information about them that, came to light recently. I believe that our system is broken, and I believe something needs to change. Because seeing more innocent people die like this,
See everyone talk about the ODing in the comments. I read the report. They now, to be fair, in the report they said, from what I recall, I read it like 6 months ago, that it wasn't ODing. I just think it was a mix of both, to be honest. Apparently, he was in the process of ODing. So I don't know. I also didn't look at actually who did the report, like who funds them, which would be something I have to look into. But
for merely the color
from my
of
understanding, it was just a mix of both things. It was a cop who was using too much force, and a guy, like it's confirmed he had an absolute cocktail of drugs in him. I think he had 4 or 5 different drugs. I know Fent was involved. I think it was Coke was another one. Nicotine, but obviously that's a lesser one.
their skin
I think alcohol was
is
involved as well.
disgusting. And I don't feel
Don't
just
quote me on
bad
the alcohol
for
one.
the white people. Damn, bro, is that like not a fucking sign from God? That is the most beautiful thing I've ever seen. Holy shit, I
That actually is like cinematic.
what is that? That's gorgeous. I thought that was the shine off my bald head, but I guess not. Thoughts and prayers go to the family of Irina. May God have mercy on her soul. Hope her family can find peace with what happened. And to DeCarlos Brown, the man who killed her, I believe America should bring back public executions just for you. And if not, you killed a Ukrainian resident, I hope you get charged in Ukraine, and they'll deal with you in any way they see fit.
Just send
This
him to
is
fucking
disgusting.
Salvador, man.
This is a sad day for humanity.
I guarantee you he's probably a communist. If he's left-leaning, he's almost guaranteed a communist or a socialist. So just send him to, like, China. See how he gets on there.
And yeah,
Have we found a
Those are my-
socials? Does he have a flag in his bio?
my thoughts to any political commentator who is reacting to my content live on stream because you don't know what to talk about when me and Asmongold aren't around. Do you miss us?
Yes. I'm not even political, but I miss you.
Hey, Denims, Hassan.
You between you and Asman, there would be like 6 uploads a day. Oh, it was so good. Now I have nothing to watch.
Mike from PA, you missed us yet? I'll be back soon. Wow.
How soon is
I
yeah?
can't wait to get back to making content for you guys.
Soon is relative.
Hopefully you guys don't think that I'm a Nazi because I believe that bad people should be punished. And I feel like, you know, this white guilt shit needs to stop. But who knows? Maybe we'll call me an alt-right grifter again and call me a Nazi.
Brother, they would call you that anyway.
Hey, shit, here's the reality, man. You're either far right or you're
far wrong.
Ain't that right, brothers? Yee-hoo! Jesus. Hope you guys are doing good. I'm gonna get back playing Silk Song.
Hold on.
Probably see me tweaking the fuck out on Twitter. Or trolling motherfuckers. Oh my god. Bro, there is so many
Retards.
there's a word. You know what? I could probably say I don't do that. There's a bunch of flaggots on Twitter, man. They're everywhere.
Oh, yes, the flag multiplier. Yes, I'm aware of them. I don't know what happened, man. They just despawned for like a month and now they're all coming out.
Where, bro? I found this guy with a trans flag, a Ukraine flag, a
I know who he's talking about.
Palestinian flag, and a watermelon flag.
Okay, no, I don't. The watermelon flag? What?
In their bio, and it was unironic. It was unironic, and it was like, yeah, I'm fucking neurodivergent. Yeah, buddy, we can all tell.
Yeah, there's
if
just...
you haven't seen the tweet yet, you gotta check it out. My Twitter game is fucking fire right now. I hope you will like this video, and let me know what you all think. I think it's a very sad day for humanity, not just for...
Very sad day. Piracy. It's on the rise, boys. So maybe more game devs will be putting in anti-piracy screens. So let's learn about some of ye olden days. I'm familiar with a few. Mainly the Quake.
What is the worst
4
crime in the entire world?
That wasn't a screen.
Sure, you could probably conjure up some horrific ideas, but the objectively correct answer is downloading shorts in 480p. Piracy, stealing something that isn't yours. While piracy itself technically applies to, well, actual pirates, nowadays the term is associated with online piracy, which is downloading things illegally.
Hey,
if you're around my age, you no doubt have had run-ins with piracy early in your life.
Yep.
Whether it was your parents burning DVDs and then writing the movie's name crudely in Sharpie, or seeing them use P2P software like LimeWire to get...
I don't know what they're actually called. We call them dodgy boxes. What it is it's an Android box. It's literally just like... It's more powerful than a phone, but it's less powerful than a PC. It's in a weird kind of like middle ground. But it would just have a bunch of like pirated movies and stuff on it. Like it would literally just be pre-installed with piracy sites. But they were smart. The people who makes the dodgy boxes. Because... they're like, oh yeah, you have to pay a subscription of $150 a year. And everyone I know owns one. They fucking pay for piracy. It's like, how are you this stupid, bro? You could get this shit for free. What are you doing? The whole point is it's free.
Music. But above all, there's one type of piracy that eluded me as a child. Video game piracy. Sure, for a very brief moment, my dad had homebrewed our Wii to have, like, every game ever. But besides that, the idea of getting any video game I wanted for free was an insane idea. When I was 4, I thought that if you wrote the name of the game you wanted onto a blank DVD, it would just appear. But for every million people who don't want to pay for their video games, there's about a couple angry businessmen who would rather die than give you Mario Golf for free. This led to companies...
Yeah, Nintendo is just... Did you see Nintendo fucking filed a patent for... I don't even know how they got this. Summoning companions to fight, or something like that. Which is like... How did you get that patent? That's like patenting breathing air. It's like, what? So, that covers Pokemon, obviously. But then you have, like, Final Fantasy. Quite a few roguelikes. Most roguelikes, actually, the ones that I play, they have some form of summoning mechanic in them. What else? Like, big... Obviously, Palworld gets hit. Which I think was the main reason they hit it. They got that. Was the hit Palworld. It's like, what do they count as summoning as well? Like, does it have to be from a ball? Is necromancy technically summoning under this?
creating
Obviously, necromancy is summoning, but like.
measures to counter these pirates from stealing their games, aptly titled anti-piracy methods. Anti-piracy is a very wide umbrella of video game protection. It could simply mean DRM, physical code you have to type into the game, or things that are implemented into the game itself to stop piracy.
If you're playing a hacked version in this game, this may be an illegal copy. Since this copy has been modified, you may experience problems.
Sorry for anybody who thought it meant evil Squidward haunting your copy of SpongeBob.
I love those.
That's not what that means. Although Denuvo's almost twice as evil as that guy. A lot of anti-piracy measures are pretty standard, normally just using a certain form of DRM to make sure that the copy is legit. But there are some actually really cool and interesting tactics that games used to try and defer the swashbucklers.
Product will not operate when connected to a device which makes unauthorized copies. Please refer to your instructions booklet.
As early as the MS-DOS days, they would try and prevent people from copying and sharing floppies around. This was normally in the form of physical serial codes or steps in the manual to activate the game, but there were some cool ones. My absolute favorite example of this was the Dial a Pirate wheel from The Secret of Monkey Island. You get a custom face in your game that you gotta use this dial to match up with and type in the code. This is such a fun and creative way to implement anti-piracy features. Also, unrelated, this game is ass expensive. My grandpa gave this to me for free years ago. You're telling me he didn't check price charting? It wasn't just the physical anti-piracy methods that were creative, but the features baked into the game as well. There are some pretty famous examples, like Earthbound making the game far more difficult to play, and even if you do make it to Gygus, the game just freezes and deletes your data. Batman Arkham Asylum disables the gliding ability. Mirror's Edge slows your player down to a crawl. Serious Sam 3 spawns in the Ultra Devil to constantly be chasing you down. One of my favorites is from the game Game Dev Tycoon, which being a game about game development, has every right to include anti-piracy measures. If the game is detected as illegitimate, you get a message later into the game saying that your work is being pirated, and therefore you can no longer run your company. I love seeing the different creative ways that game devs come up for punishing pirates.
Does he have Sonic 06, or not 06, EXE on his wall? That's the black eye red pupil. I think that is.
But
actually no, the golden spatula does go kind of hurt.
Why aren't these games telling me to die a horrible, gruesome death? Anti-piracy methods were always a little unsettling to me, but I guess I wasn't alone in this thought, because in the early 2020s, there began a trend of these fan-made anti-piracy screens. I remember this vaguely. I mean, I'd be a liar if I said I didn't know where they were coming from. Kiddy Kong knowing I'm a filthy criminal is horrifying.
What the fuck?
It was popularized with the release of the Mario Party DS anti-piracy screen, and snowballed into a huge phenomenon from there. Even I jumped onto the train back in 2021, where my friends and I made our own piracy screens on a video. My Undertale 1996 anti-piracy screen is still as terrifying as ever.
Ooh. Snaz Undertale. Undertale is shit, by the way. So overrated. Die.
But the Mario Party DS anti-piracy screen wasn't made to be the scariest thing known to mankind. It was made to be a cool, albeit slightly unsettling fake piracy screen. But the cool part's not what a huge chunk of people took away. The slightly unsettling part was. And by unsettling, I mean horror and blood. And by slightly, I mean Jesus Christ. So almost 5 years later after its peak in popularity, I want to take a look at the various types of anti-piracy screens that were made during this massive trend. The good, the boring, and the
Wait, what? I'm realizing so much about this
I don't know what I'm going to call it yet, but when you see what's in this category, you're going to know why I don't have a name for it. Also, I'm linking all of these screens that I look at in like a big list in the description, so if you want to see them, they're in the description, they're there.
Not that big. They're good.
So what makes a good fake anti-piracy screen? For me, it's two things.
It's not even grammatically correct.
believability and creep factor.
There's no,
if the anti-piracy
not
screen for
apostrophe.
Bonanza
Yeah,
Bros on
apostrophe.
Sega Genesis is threatening to kill you and call 911, you're not going to be sitting there thinking, oh god, Robo's gonna get me. It can't be too over the top, because at a certain point, it just becomes another creepypasta video. Speaking of which, the creep factor. These screens can be unsettling. Hell, they can even be creepy. I'm not saying you need that to make a believable
you
one.
wanna unlock
There's some
full
cool
game titles where you
anti-piracy
can start
screens
playing
with no
Banhammer.
directly creepy elements. But the anti-piracy screen trend became a trend because of the horror aspect, so these screens gotta invoke something in me. Otherwise, you're left with the crest anti-piracy. But you also can't get too wacky with
What?
it, because then once again, we're in bloody spooky creepypasta
Hold on, I need to
territory.
piss.
There's on
Bum, 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 bum. Just gonna wait a second. Okay. Just makes it
honestly
easier
no
when I have to
better
edit it out
example of a
in post.
screen that does it well than the one that started it all, Mario Party DS Anti-Piracy. Created by Joey Perleone, Mario Party DS Anti-Piracy is a series of videos demonstrating various forms of anti-piracy in, you guessed it, Mario Party DS.
How is my mic
Fun
still
fact,
picking up? What the fuck? I know the quadcast is sensitive, but like...
I accidentally met Joey. I went to too many games in 2024 and took a picture with him because he was wearing a Parappa costume. Not knowing who he was until months later.
Parappa the
I only
Rappa.
ever found
Holy
this out
shit,
because
forgot
when I
that
wanted to
thing
make an
existed.
anti-piracy video last year, I saw this video on his channel. Sorry, back to anti-piracy. Scary Luigi's been waiting.
Ooh.
The first and most popular one was fairly simple. Right before a minigame is about to start, the game decides to randomly glitch out. An error message pops up, the game cuts to black, and then this screen appears.
no.
Piracy is no party? Tell that to my dad homebrewing our Wii in 2011. He probably had a hell of a time. This is a perfect anti-piracy screen.
Is
The
it real?
music and the text are unsettling. It's very well made, and most importantly, people couldn't tell if it was real or not.
Yeah, I can't.
Until they did
No,
research
okay.
like 3 seconds later. But those were some great 3 seconds. It
Hey,
even
that's what my wife
utilized
said.
pre-existing art of the Mario characters in jail from the game, which probably helped in fooling more people.
Oh, it's
This
official artwork?
video absolutely blew up, to the point where an entire series of
this
these
is the guy that
well-performing
caused that
follow-ups were made. All of them were pretty much the
thing
same.
of
The
everyone
game's
doing
being
anti-piracy
played,
shit.
something weird happens, the game calls you out for being a pirate, and then this screen appears. These videos were all better than the last, including original graphics, animations, and even entirely custom minigames. Host Hoedown is one of the most popular ones, having the player have to write apologies to one DJ Halibou. My personal favorite from the series is one called Power Off Refusal, which shows what happens if you wait a long time on the
Bro. I have to scrap this recording as well because my mic keeps picking up my audio. What the fuck?
anti-piracy screen. The DS brute forces into a Wi-Fi connection, calls 911, and makes you confess to the police. Okay, how does the
Alright,
DS
we're
have
safe.
phone capabilities, and why were they only used to let you call the police on yourself? This is absolutely hilarious. Imagine being on the receiving end of that call.
911, what's your emergency?
I am in possession of an
I'm
illegal
a
copy
pirate.
of Mario Party DS. Please come arrest me immediately.
Okay, and stop being a bitch and play some Project M.
Sponsored?
This all culminated in a
Okay.
big live action video where Joey actually gets arrested. The game, like, comes to life from an emulator
Comes.
and then kills him. Absolutely beautiful. The series has recently started up again with more ideas and cool visuals, but at this point, I think the piracy trend is just over. I appreciate that the creator just started doing whatever he wanted to, very obviously having fun with it. Overall, a very solid series that, while can be a little repetitive at times, does a great job at illustrating what Mario Party DS anti-piracy could have looked like. Except it probably would not have done this. This is just one of the only notable series of anti-piracy screens. 99% of them were just one and dones, which I think is fine. Mario Party DS was a special case. Things like the Friend DVD anti-piracy screen doesn't
What?
need 6 parts. You gotta down that quickly like cough syrup. Super Mario 64 anti-piracy screen. Another
I'm just
really
looking at Monster Train 2 got an update.
popular
It looks
one.
like it's an
This
equipment
was more
update.
so in line with the Mario 64 personalized trend rather than the anti-piracy trend, but it was still good. Straight to the point too. You boot up the game, this screen appears, and the game over music plays. Now this is what I'm talking about. A slightly threatening and creepy screen with a unique Mario model in the middle. Simple, yet effective. Not as effective as, oh, I don't know, your pet being killed
Mixed
in front
5
of
times,
you.
holy shit.
Nintendogs Anti-Piracy, created by this user, I can't read it. This one is downright evil. It starts off with a short montage of someone playing through Nintendogs. This is Zeus, who most definitely
changed a lot
will
of stuff.
not get scurvy. I swear on the legitimacy of my friend's DVD. After the video lets us get well acquainted with Zeus, all of a sudden, the game tells us Zeus is sick. With scurvy. Okay, maybe I got my
that's Merc.
DVD from a flea market. Zeus dies as the game claims that Nintendogs can only live in real Nintendo cartridges. It calls you out for pirating the game and then pans to your dog's grave.
It just looks
This
like
is
they
probably one of my
buffed a
favorite
bunch of stuff as
anti-piracy
opposed to actually
screens
nerfing.
because god damn is it sad. It's one of the only videos I've seen that go a different route for its creep factor, leaning away from the threatening and unsettling messages seen in other screens.
There's a
It's
lot
well
in this,
made, it's
actually.
full of scurvy, it's perfect.
Oh my god.
Another similar game to Nintendogs is Animal Crossing. Kind of, they both have animals. Animal Crossing has some decent ones out there. This one for Wild World, made by the same person who did the one for the Nintendogs, is pretty solid. You're in the car with Cap'n. The radio announces that there is a nationwide manhunt for you because you pirated, and you get kicked out of the car. Honestly, I was expecting him to just turn around and shoot me through the head. There's also a New Horizons one by Creamfish, which takes a similar route. As you sign up for your getaway package, Tommy and Timmy discover a criminal record under your name, and you're kicked out of the game. These aren't really creepy per se, but they're still pretty cool, and I guess maybe a little unsettling. Would have been more unsettling if Cap'n put a cap in my skull. Ace Attorney Anti-Piracy screen, once again, made by the same creator as the other two I just talked
Bro,
about.
my brain is actually fried. I think I'm gonna end stream really early. Cause
This
I'm
one's cool
just
because not
fucked.
only is the court case about you committing the crime of piracy, but in the video, it uses the DSi camera to take a picture of the player and put it on the defendant. That is so cool. There's a Mario Kart screen or two that are kind of alright. This Mario Kart DS one by Luis Miles has a whole custom track made for it where Mario runs away from whatever that is. Love when these anti-piracy videos actually emulate or alter the game in some way, rather than just having it glitch out and then bam, Kiddy Kong. There's also this Wii one by Zero VR where you're surrounded by these evil Mario heads.
Ooh, spooky.
Unused, huh? Oh, only in the PAL version. You see, in the US version, they just killed Peach in broad daylight to teach you a lesson.
Oh.
And to finish off our Mario
Alright.
Karts, we've got a GameCube anti-piracy error by Wavefront. This one's great because of the simplicity. No over-the-top spookiness like the other two Mario Kart ones, just some creepy music with basic messages calling you out for your piracy. All ending on this image of Mario telling you to send in your GameCube if you want it repaired. Now this is how you do an anti-piracy screen. It's pretty realistic while still being unnerving as hell. I would have cried if I got this as a kid. I cried when my family computer blue screen, much less if it called me a criminal. Same creator also made a fake anti-piracy disc check video that's just